Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analysis, rumors to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because we might be witnessing the start of one of the juiciest NFL rumors in recent memory. Whispers are swirling, and the NFL grapevine is buzzing with the possibility that Baker Mayfield has sent a subtle but unmistakable message to the Dallas Cowboys. He wants to play in Big D, that's right. Baker Mayfield, the fiery, competitive quarterback known for his swagger and resilience, is reportedly signaling his interest in donning the iconic star on his helmet. Now, nothing is official, of course. We're dealing with speculation here, but sources close to the situation have hinted that Baker is very much intrigued by the idea of leading America's team. If this turns out to be true, it could shake up the entire quarterback market and spark a fascinating new era for the Cowboys. So, where did all this chatter come from? Apparently, during a recent interview, Baker made a series of comments that many believe were directed at the Dallas front office. He spoke passionately about his desire to play for a team that embodies toughness, tradition, and championship aspirations. He also mentioned how he's always admired the Cowboys brand and the way their fans support the team no matter what. Now, he didn't explicitly say, "I want to be a Cowboy," but you know how this works. It's all about reading between the lines, picking up on those subtle cues. And let's be honest, Baker is a guy who knows how to control a narrative and stir the pot when he wants to. He's done it before, and it looks like he might be doing it again. But why the Cowboys? Well, from a purely football standpoint, the fit makes a lot of sense. The Dallas Cowboys are at a bit of a crossroads right now when it comes to the quarterback position. Dak Prescott has been solid but inconsistent in the biggest moments, and his team's Super Bowl window won't stay open forever. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, is coming off a season where he proved that he can still play at a high level when given the right support. His fiery leadership, combined with Dallas's offensive weapons like CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, and Tony Pollard, could create one of the most electrifying offenses in the NFL. It's the kind of potential partnership that gets fans and front office executives dreaming. There's also the business angle to consider. And we all know that Jerry Jones, the Cowboys' legendary owner, is never one to shy away from making a headline-grabbing move. Baker Mayfield is a big personality, and pairing him with the Dallas Cowboys brand could be marketing gold. If you think about it, the press conferences, the primetime games, the jersey sales, all of it would explode. And Baker, being the showman that he is, would likely thrive under those bright lights. He's made for those big moments, and Dallas provides a stage unlike any other in the NFL. From a branding perspective alone, it's a match made in football heaven. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. There are still a lot of moving parts here. First and foremost, Baker Mayfield is currently under contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've shown confidence in him, especially after he helped them reach the playoffs last season against all odds. Would Tampa really be willing to let him walk? Or would the Cowboys have to orchestrate some kind of trade to bring him to Dallas? And if so, what would that cost look like? The Cowboys are always aggressive, but they're also smart about not overpaying, most of the time, anyway. These are the kinds of questions that make this potential move so fascinating. On top of that, there's the question of fit within the Cowboys locker room. Dak Prescott has been the unquestioned leader of this team for years, and despite some struggles, he still commands a lot of respect from his teammates. Bringing in Baker could create a quarterback controversy of epic proportions. You know how the Dallas media works. They turn this into a circus overnight. Every practice, every throw, every press conference would be scrutinized to death. Is that the kind of environment Baker would want to walk into? And are the Cowboys willing to risk disrupting their locker room chemistry for the possibility of upgrading at quarterback? But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as, well, at the same time, you have to wonder how Baker himself feels about potentially playing under the intense microscope that comes with being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. This is a guy who has never shied away from the spotlight, but Dallas is a whole different beast. The pressure is relentless, the expectations sky high, but maybe that's exactly what Baker wants. Maybe he feels like he's at a point in his career where he needs that kind of challenge to take his game to the next level. He's been counted out before, and he's always used that as fuel. Could this be his ultimate proving ground? Then there's the fan reaction to consider, and you know Cowboys Nation would have opinions. Some fans would be thrilled at the idea of bringing in a competitor like Baker, someone with a chip on his shoulder and a burning desire to win. Others would be more hesitant, loyal to Dak and wary of making such a high-profile change. The fan base is passionate, vocal, and divided on just about everything. So you can imagine how much debate this potential move would spark on sports radio, social media, and everywhere else Cowboys fans gather. It would be a non-stop conversation from now until week 1 of the season. And let's not forget about the rest of the NFC East. If Baker Mayfield were to land in Dallas, it will completely shift the balance of power within the division. Suddenly, the Cowboys would have a new-look offense that could keep defensive coordinators up at night. The Eagles, Giants, and Commanders would all have to adjust their game plans and reassess their strategies. Rivalries would be renewed with even more intensity, and the stakes would be higher than ever. The NFL thrives on storylines like this, and the potential of Baker Mayfield leading the Cowboys would be one of the biggest talking points heading into the new season. At the end of the day, we don't know for sure what's going to happen. This could all be smoke and mirrors, another case of a player stirring up interest to create leverage with his current team. Or it could be the first step toward one of the most sensational moves in recent NFL history. Either way, it's a fascinating situation that's worth keeping an eye on. As always, we'll be here to keep you updated on every twist and turn. So stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and let us know in the comments. Should the Cowboys go after Baker Mayfield, or should they stick with Dak? Let the debate begin. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.